China includes lots of different land expanses. There are thousands of mountain ranges in China. They extend east to west and from north to south. The biggest range of mountains are the Himalayan Mountains and the Kulan Mountains in the center-west region. Some of the main rivers in China is the Li River, the Yellow River, the Yangtze River, and the Yulong River.
The Yangtze River is the one that begins in Tibet and cuts through the middle of the country, before emptying into the East China Sea near Shanghai. It is the third longest river after the Amazon and the Nile. China's main deserts are the Gobi, which is right there, and the Taklamakan Desert, and they are located in the northern part of the region. Most of the northeast China is covered in vast rolling grasslands, and in the southwest portion is the plateau of Tibet. These are examples of physical features in this region.
The northern tip of China has a subarctic climate and a humid continental climate. In the subarctic area, there is cool and short summers and long, severe winters. The winter brings a lot of rain for this area. The humid continental climate has short and warm summers and long and cold winters. In this climate zone, this area gets lots of precipitation. In the east side of China, China includes a humid continental and humid subtropical climates. Both of these climates have long and warm summers with great percentage of rain and short and cold winters with snow and light rainfall.
In the center of China, there is a semi-arid or steppe climate. This area has short and hot summers and long and cold winters with very little rain or snow. To the west, there is the arid or the desert and highlands climate. The arid climate includes incredibly hot and long summers and short and cool winters with little to no rainfall/snow. The highlands climate varies depending on the elevation. The higher the elevation, the lower the climate. The last climate zone is in Taiwan. This is the tropical rainforest climate zone. In this area, there is very high temperatures with heavy rainfall all year long. In the northeastern area of China, there is a mixture of deciduous forest, taiga, and temperate mountain forest. Most of these vegetations are due to colder climates and elevation. In the east, there is a variety of climates. This includes deciduous forest, subtropical forest, some temperate mountain forest, and tropical forest. This area is much inhabitable for people to live in. It has the best vegetation and the best climates.
In the center of China, there is dry steppe, desert, temperate grassland, steppe, and some temperate mountain forest. In this region, it can get very hot and isn't suitable for any vegetation to grow in these areas. This is why most people don't live in these lands. In the west, there is also a dry steppe, desert, and mountain steppe. This area has lots of dry and hot lands as well as mountains. Most of this region is uninhabited due to this. On the left is an example of the dry desert.
On the right, there is an example of the deciduous.
Breaking news. Dozens of fossilized dinosaur eggs discovered by construction workers in China. They found 43 eggs during road repair work in the southern part of China. They say 19 of the eggs are completely intact. This is not the first time they found some. In 2004, they won a Guinness World Record for the world's largest collection of dinosaur eggs. Nearly 17,000 dinosaur eggs have been uncovered in this city.
China could be considered a more developed country because of the population and 3 indicators. The GDP per capita is higher than the surrounding countries. The life expectancy is between good and bad. It isn't necessarily high, but isn't low either. The literacy rate is very high in this country.
Most people tend to live on the eastern side of China. This is due to the flat land and availability of water. It also has a nice, warm climate on this side. The Red Revolution in China began in 1966 when the political leader Mao Zedong started the revolution in order to re-emphasize his power over China. He thought the current situation was leading China in the wrong direction. He called upon the youth to come and fight for his cause. These children formed groups known as the Red Guards and were ordered to attack the party. Communism eventually won out in the end when schools were being opened by Zhou Enlai, a total of 1.5 million people were killed and many were captured and tortured.
The government is a one-party state with the power relying on communism. They are governed under the Constitution of 1982, and their legislature is the National People's Congress, or the NPC. People in the NPC have 5-year terms and are allowed to be re-elected. This legislature decides the economic strategy, elects and removes officers, and is allowed to make changes to the Constitution. The executive branch includes the president, who is elected by the NPC and is in charge of the state. It also includes the primary, who is elected by the president and approved by the NPC. The primary is in charge of the government. The current president is Xi Jinping, and the current premier is Li Keqiang.
Main dishes in China include tofu, wontons, dumplings, chow mein, and spring rolls. They have more, but these are just a few of the main dishes.
The main religion in China is Buddhism, but there is also a lot of other religions known as the Taoism, Confucianism, Christianity, and Islam. The religions were widely accepted of the citizens of China and were split into 3 major sections: the Han, Tibetan, and the Southern Buddhism.
Most of China spends their time taking walks, playing board games, playing ping pong, playing badminton, or doing karaoke. Ping pong and badminton are the top 2 sports of China, and they usually dominate over the other countries in the Olympics. Most companies will reserve courts for their employees to come and play after work.
Some parks will even have ping pong tables and badminton courts for the more casual citizens to play. Karaoke is also a major leisure time activity. Many Chinese people love to go out and sing no matter what type of personality, what age, gender, or class you are.